Welcome back to Observe and Proceed. I got a new video. Well, it's not really new. It's about a year old or so, but it's actually pretty crazy looking. Big rig erupts in flames at the end of lengthy pursuit through SoCal. I believe it went through Bakersfield, LA, the San Fernando Valley, and ended in Santa Clarita. And the big rig erupted in flames, so that sounds crazy. Let's check it out.
When it comes to this vehicle, he also reported that the owner of this big rig saw it being stolen and tried to pursue it in another vehicle. Eventually, the CHP.
Yeah, so I mean, these big rigs, they hit you for a lot of money, especially if you're running your business out of them. That's your livelihood right here. So, I mean, I guess I would get in a car, try to pursue, all that, make sure it's, everything's good. But, of course, we know how it ends in a fiery eruption, and that sucks. That sucks for the owner.
Joined that pursuit. We don't know the circumstances behind how the person stole it. We don't know who the person is that stole it. And even though it's unlikely he has people with him, he may. And those cabs in those
a lot of lanes. This thing could have flipped.
Sizable. They can fit quite a few people, or
the way he's driving,
gear, or whatever you want to call it. We just don't know the circumstances here. So a lot of problems when it comes to a vehicle this size and weight.
He's booking
down the 5 freeway. Right down the San Fernando
Valley. They don't have the miles per hour right here.
They try to figure out what's going to happen.
He's already in the valley over
CHP
here.
is right behind him. They're going to continue just to watch this.
On 5.
Maybe the guy will eventually slow down and give up and get bored with this. But as mentioned, also these vehicles are equipped.
Did he just say get bored?
Have gigantic gas
Bro, that's his
tanks,
freedom.
And this is a pursuit that could go on for hours and hours if this suspect
the way he's driving,
is willing to
I
do
think he's
so,
under the influence.
and law enforcement doesn't have an alternative plan on what to do.
He's going faster than these cars.
Heading south on the 5 freeway now. I think
he's in their lanes too. That's dangerous.
Let's see. Let me see if Gabe is there so I can get a better idea on the locator here. Gabe, can you hear us?
Yeah, we're back with you now. We are approaching Glendale now, actually over or ABC7 headquarters here at the 5 and the 134. It looks like this tractor trailer is going to
Burbank.
Let's see if we pass this ramp here. He's looks like he's going to commit to the 5 southbound, passing the 134. We're right over it here, Tyler. Just let it come under us here. And if he continues on this path, we're going to approach
he's going
Atwater Village, downtown, and that is if and only if this driver doesn't decide
to take going to Santa
any,
Clarita. He's going 5
before
south.
that as we go passing this 134. So once again, this is going to be in the Glendale area. The driver, as far as speeds, they've been okay. They've been in the 50 to 60 mile an hour range, and we're kind of staying at that point. Although now this tractor trailer is in the far left lane, appears to be passing other traffic there on the freeway, so that's never a good sign.
He's
and the fact
he's
that
going
other
faster than
there
everybody, bro.
Could be a danger.
He's transitioned to the 134. It looks like.
Okay, he's on the 134.
Yeah, it looked like he took that 134 transition, which means he's.
How are you gonna get away in a big rig from
Ventura Freeway
from the chopper, bro? That's like impossible. I've never seen that.
Yeah, David, it does.
In a chopper, bro?
That
I mean, you have a chopper on you, and
you're
in a big rig.
Again in position here as we leave the Burbank Airport.
What's going through his head right here, bro?
You are correct. We are heading eastbound on the 134 freeway. So we're going to go through downtown Glendale.
Got some goods in the back,
and that will continue through towards.
That's probably what he was
Pasadena,
after.
Passing the 2 freeway. This driver will also have the option to take the 210 again if he wants to go back up towards to an area that he is familiar with. We do always see that happen in a lot of these pursuit situations. But as of right now, we're continuing at these moderate speeds through downtown Glendale in the middle of the 134 freeway. So as you said, we've transitioned off of the 5 freeway and holding it this time. We do know that CHP is in contact with the original owner of the vehicle, and surely they are getting that information.
See, the owner's still there. He's keeping up with this.
So that
There's
is
a truck right here. This is what I saw right now.
It looks like this big rig isn't quite one of those wide load big rigs, and also we don't
that
see
truck he's trying to get a little away.
Materials, at least as we zoom in right now, I don't see anything to indicate that at this point.
that would be
which is
crazy
also
if
good
we had
news.
hazardous
We just
materials.
have this driver, which is failing to pull over for CHP officers right now, continuing through the 134-210 interchange, and it looks like he's going to be committed to the eastbound 210 through Pasadena.
Okay,
he might have another option up ahead to pull off onto that.
That's how he gets
210, but it does look
going
like at this
towards
point
the
we're going into
5
Pasadena.
and to Santa Clarita.
At Harbor Freight, we do business differently from the other guys. We design.
Yeah, so
and
far, I
test.
mean.
A wide open road for him as he kind of meanders between one lane and the next. Here's what
Okay,
we're
here he
talking about.
goes.
Watch
He's
closely.
approaching his
See that
truck
one
right here. Look at
big rig
this.
truck in the right
Really
side?
close.
That's
What
just
is this
simply
about?
going in a straight line. He's not doing anything aggressive, but the
Yeah, he is.
the
He's trying to
vehicle being
swerve this
pursued,
truck out of the
he
lane, bro.
actually
This
starts
could be
moving over
dangerous.
Right there, he's pushing over into the other big rig's
Bro.
lane, forcing that big rig.
Yeah,
to go
this big
onto
rig
the
should just
shoulder
stop
of
on the
road.
side.
An
Stop on the
aggressive
side, bro.
Move. Not sure
That would have been
what
crazy.
he's going to gain from that tactic.
And, and that is why I feel like he's under the influence. If he's doing crazy stuff like that, trying to push over another big rig, like that's insane.
putting everybody else in danger and himself. But that was pretty clear as day that
Eagle
he went
Rock.
right up against him, pushed him on over, and then carried on straight down the road. CHP is staying behind them, watching everything, and not able to do a whole lot at this point. And of course,
This must be
being
late,
such a
though, 'cause
large
there's an-
vehicle,
okay,
if
11:30.
They tried to do anything aggressive.
Yeah, it doesn't
it
look
could be
like too
even more
many cars
dangerous.
out.
Yeah, pit maneuver is obviously going to be out of the question here. Spike strips may be a possibility, but a little bit less likely of a possibility just because of the weight of the vehicle and the speed that it's going in. They don't know the weight of the load in the back of the tractor.
Well, he's
right
driving
now, so
fast.
That's something that
It's not
CHP
too
also,
heavy for him.
also has to figure out. As we kind of lean over to the far right shoulder, almost using
They're
that
gonna
right
have to
shoulder,
spike
as you can
strip him.
see CHP, they have a
Again, that's
vehicle
gonna mess up
on-ramp, and they have
the-
vehicles right behind
the
in middle
driver's
right
truck,
now.
'cause-
As we make
I mean,
a
not the
move
dri-
over
the
to
owner's
far
truck.
right lane, using that right
'Cause,
shoulder
it's
again,
stolen.
all the way
The
into
guy
the right
stole
shoulder.
it.
We may be seeing a change in this driver's behavior.
So that sucks.
It does appear that he might be slowing down, but he might just
But
be
he's
going
a
slower
hazard, bro.
in
He's
that
he's
right
driving
shoulder right
like
now.
pushing
I
cars
believe
out the
next
way,
exit
big rigs
here,
out the way.
if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be the Lake Boulevard exit, and that would be
He's getting
pretty
off.
interesting to say the least if we see this big rig going down Lake Boulevard. But now he's back off that shoulder. Oh, a little bit of a strong move to the right and a strong move back to the left, and that caused the whole tractor
Yeah.
to shake as we
He almost
continue
flipped it.
eastbound on this 210 now. We're committed to the 210.
Who knows
and
if
we're
he ever
starting to
drove
see a
these
little bit of
before.
aggravated behavior from this driver.
Try to
And
fast
this is
forward
where
a
it
bit.
becomes really dangerous and really unpredictable for these CHP.
This is a long chase. So he's in San Gabriel Valley now. Wow.
I'm going to do a little bit of radio work up here in Air 7 HD. It does appear that another thing we mentioned in the broadcast is CHP has the ability to switch offices and divisions as a pursuit moves through a city or through the county. So it's not the same officers that are going to stay in pursuit the entire time.
That makes
It
sense
does
because
appear
they
that
all
CHP
have their
has switched
sections.
to one of their other offices that cover the San Gabriel Valley. So I'm going to try and get them on the radio so we can just be sure that we are monitoring everything that they're dealing with, and so we can bring you at home the very latest information.
Should I fast forward a little more?
Pursuit. So they're going to hand over this pursuit to a different CHP division that will be able to take this into San Bernardino County.
Okay, so how fast is he going right here? Because again, he's looks like he's driving pretty fast over here. In this big rig, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, thank you. They're continuing though.
Okay, there's an
I'm
officer
gonna turn
behind
off,
him.
Icon for now.
I mean, they can't pit remover
It's
him.
just static.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work. And if they did, they would get hurt.
What are you into right now? What,
I get the
mountain?
spike strips right here. Close the freeway, get the spike strips.
What mountaintop are you on right now? No, but what mountaintop are you in right now? Okay. That should hold. Well, I think someone.
Oh, that's from earlier.
The 210. We've already passed the 605. Almost into San Dimas now. Laverne.
Okay, he's
If
up and down the
we continue
210.
on this way, we'll get into some of these IE neighborhoods. Rancho Cucamonga, we'll pass the 15 freeway. That's if this driver gets that far. We do know that
oh, he's getting
these things
places.
carry a lot of fuel. They do have a
Yeah, big rigs have a
large
lot of fuel.
range.
They go cross country.
So the fact that this thing started in Santa Clarita means that
oh,
there are
it
a number of
started in
options
Santa
of,
Clarita.
where this pursuit can end.
Oh.
We've been kind of bouncing between some erratic behavior, some shifting back and forth, and even shaking the entire cab of the truck. And then we've had periods of very
He's far from Santa Clarita
calm
now.
behavior, where the
He's
driver
in the Inland
of
Empire.
the big rig just kind of goes really slow. What'd they say?
There's no one on the freeway, so they must have shut it down or something, because I don't see anybody. So it's 11:51 a.m. Okay, there's some cars right here. I'm about to say. It's not too late for no one to be on the freeway. Oh. Okay.
Oh, the big rig coming up on another night big rig down there in the slow lane, coming right up behind him and then swerving
Yeah,
into
he's
the middle lane to get
65.
around.
He looks like he's going 85.
Like we've said in these situations,
70.
I've never driven one of these trucks, but from what I've seen, from what I've heard, they all have CB radios. They all have.
That guy's like,
to stay in
oh shit.
contact with
I'm
one
gonna
another.
get
So
out the
I'm
way.
wondering if that's the case, if there's any communication going on. We have been hearing that S word. That means spike strips.
Oh,
There's one.
oh, right there.
There's one. And
There's a
I
spike
saw
strip.
It go across the freeway.
There's a
It's
spike
hard
strip.
to see if it actually made impact on those tires, but it does appear. It does appear that a couple
I think
of the
he
tires
got
here
him.
were hit by those spike strips.
Okay.
We saw that CHP officer
Ooh.
lay down the spike strips.
Feel sorry for the owner
We saw him
of
pull it back.
the big rig, bro. That
And now it
sucks.
appears that a couple of the tires here have been flattened by those spike strips.
It's only a matter of time now. But he could flip if he keeps driving this way and his tires are out. I wonder how it caught on fire.
Yeah, if it impacts
that's
one
what
of
we're
the front
waiting
tires,
for.
that can impact steering. That could be good as far as bringing this pursuit to an end, because making this truck hard to control, and that's going to make it really difficult for this truck
Oh, look,
driver
he
to
slowed
continue.
down.
Using that left shoulder now. Looks like one of those
Driving
rear
real
tires
slow.
is going flat, right?
Okay, a little more. Okay, he's still swerving, driving. Didn't really affect him, those strips. Now he's picking up speed right here.
There's some more sparks coming off.
Oh, he got
the
sparks.
left
There we go.
front tire,
Okay.
and all of a sudden, we're picking up speed
Okay,
again.
you can't be driving with the sparks going, bro. Now he's on the,
That's
you know, he's
incredible
into the
because,
metals right here.
When
the
the truck
rotors.
starts slowing down like that, you wonder if it's a problem with the vehicle causing him to slow down.
Oh yeah, he could flip easy.
Apparently
Ooh.
not, though, because now all of a sudden we're in the 50, 60 mile an hour
Ooh.
range, and more pieces are flying off the vehicle.
Yeah, it's gonna get
More
worse and worse
sparks
from
coming
here.
off as we continue to pick up speed. Continuing eastbound on the 210 freeway in
It's
Ontario.
only one tire.
Even more sparks coming off that front tire now.
Cops are just chilling in the back waiting for this, all the tires to go out.
Those two CHP units keeping their distance, but still keeping an eye on things. Behind that, CHP has...
Yeah, bro, it's over. You were never going to get away from the chopper in a big rig,
now
bro.
that we're going to a little bit faster speeds, there is some vehicular traffic up ahead that this thing could catch up to, but I'm not sure we're going fast enough to do that.
Man. Oh, it's getting worse.
51
like
miles an hour there, and the sparks just seem to multiply. Now it appears
so that's probably how it
coming
caught
from
on
the
fire.
wheel, but they're
Too
coming
many
from
sparks.
the actual, I would say the bumper, but we saw the bumper fly away, but it's like parts of this tractor trailer in the front are now grinding against the freeway surface, and we're seeing all those sparks because of that.
Yeah, and the faster you drive, the worse it is, bro.
Approaching Rancho Cucamonga now on this eastbound 210 freeway. I think we're in Rancho Cucamonga now.
Wow, he got far, bro. Like, no one on the freeway, bro. Like,
you have to wonder what's going through this driver's mind right now, knowing that he has a vehicle in deteriorating condition.
Oh, okay, where did that happen?
Side as well.
There we go. So now that's on both sides. Yeah, that's gonna start a fire, bro. For sure, for sure. Look, you could already see it starting.
Who else is on that side?
This guy has to be intoxicated. Like, come on, bro. What are you doing here? Just sparks flying everywhere.
Even with all of these sparks and clear signs of fire.
Yeah, the tires are completely out right here. That's all rotor, bro. That's all metal.
On the 210 eastbound.
That's crazy. This thing's still driving. There's other tires, I guess. Oh, look, it froze. That's their broadcast. Come on, bro. This thing's about to catch on fire. How are you gonna freeze? Oh, yeah, the other side is worse. Their cam goes out. It's on this side. That's when the bumper flew out, huh? Okay, cam's back. Ooh, it is really on fire on that side.
This truck is completely
on fire.
Now
there it is. Completely in blazes.
We're seeing that fire start to spread to the cab. If we can't...
I feel really bad for the owner right there, because, you know, no one's going to pay for that. Does insurance protect from this? Big rig stolen? Man. Yeah. I think he started a GoFundMe, from what I read. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
And we'll bring Air 7 HD to the front of the vehicle.
Okay, he's out.
Is he out?
Yep.
Is he out?
Ah,
there he is. The driver's out. He's
climbing
the fence. Stay on this side if we can, Tyler. Don't get any further south.
Oh, man.
We see this driver struggling to climb up the hill.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good sign because it means
looks like,
that
man.
CHP doesn't have to deal with rescuing this suspect. Let's see if we can go
looks
a little
like
bit
a
north because
Paisa.
of the sound while there.
Is he trying to hide? Like, what is he trying to do, bro?
Completely.
He had no plan, bro.
That's going to be a complete loss.
I don't know what he was thinking.
On the other side of the sound well here, we'll hopefully be able to see that
there
suspect still on the run, continuing southbound. He's continuing southbound.
Bro, you're not gonna get
on one
away.
of the surface streets here, and that CHP air unit still has eyes on that suspect. He's continuing on foot, possibly running out of breath, jumping over a fence there.
Yeah, he's all slow, bro.
Into a home, maybe. Looks like a condo complex. Hopefully CHP
man.
gets eyes on this guy shortly. I see one.
See, that's another thing, bro. Someone can run up in your house from stuff like this. California laws need to make it lenient, you know, for firearms and everything. They make it hard out here.
CHP officer on foot a little further down the road, and we see this guy now. This is the suspect. Stay on this side. Perfect, perfect. The air unit still has eyes on this suspect.
I was just walking, bro. Bro was out of breath, bro.
And hopefully these
bro was
CHP
cooked.
officers can get to this guy.
Just stop, bro. Just stop.
He
what are you
can cause
doing,
any
man?
more trouble.
What the hell are you doing, bro?
Going around another townhome here. That night.
Yeah, it's Rancho. It's a
still
nice neighborhood.
staying on that
Nice.
general area, which means
Everything
that,
there is nice.
CHP does have eyes on him. Now he's running northbound.
Oh my
it
God.
looks
You
like he's
think you're gonna
hide
hide
the
right
patio
there?
here,
Are you
possibly.
serious? The chopper
Hopefully
just
that,
saw you,
CHP
bro.
Oh no, not gonna hop the patio.
Yeah,
Running
this
out
guy is.
into one of the
He's got like
driveways.
2
It
brain
does look
cells,
like
2
he's
and a
in
half
kind of
brain
a
cells, bro.
condominium complex here.
Try to open
Continuing
cars.
To walk on foot. That one CHP officer is in a foot pursuit.
He's
now,
walking,
another
bro.
CHP officer
Get his ass.
closing in. The CHP officer looks like he has a lot of steam left in him, but that suspect still does too. He's
Bro
going
is
to continue
jogging.
on one of the surface streets here in this townhome complex. A lot of trees in this area. We're going to move Air 7 HD around to
Man,
get
get him
you the
before he
best
messes
angle.
up property.
Hopefully we see the suspect pop out on the other side here. And there he is. There he is. The
So
suspect
leave
popping
me
out on
alone.
the
Leave me
sidewalk.
alone. Didn't do
We got
nothing.
one officer right behind him, and it looks like
Aw,
he
we
made a
missed the
tackle right
tackle,
behind the
huh?
tree. And hopefully we will see the conclusion of this pursuit.
Oh, he
very
went down
shortly
easy,
here. We
yeah,
see
I
one
mean-
officer on scene, another
Yeah,
officer on
he was
scene.
out
It
of it,
does
bro.
appear that the suspect is giving up peacefully, which is all
Peacefully.
we can ask at this point.
After causing that fire. He did all that for no reason. He was never going to get away.
Looks like this is the 6600
Let's go
block
back to the truck, bro.
of Canary Pine Avenue in Ontario,
There
a
it is.
townhome complex just south of the
Dang,
210
that thing's
freeway
done.
here, the 210 and
Total loss.
Haven. As we look back at the wreckage, the
Oh,
tractor
man.
trailer here now a complete loss, going up in flames.
Man.
CHP is on scene, but
No
the fire
fire.
department is not.
They'll
They're
be
gonna have to
there,
get the
they'll be
local
there.
fire department out here to help put this thing out.
The truck's gone anyway. You're not getting it back.
And there's our suspect. Our suspect on the ground in handcuffs after a long pursuit from Santa Clarita down the
Wow.
5 freeway to the 134 to the 210.
Every vital piece of
Well,
equipment that we have here.
I
uses
guess let's
Spectrum.
check out the comments and what happened after. Very sad for the truck driver, lost his rig. Those things are a fortune, and that was his livelihood. Imagine you have a large family to feed because this idiot's all gone. Yeah, bro. That's so crucial.
Ending in Ontario after a
Feel
spike
sorry
strip,
for the
a
original
perfect
driver in
spike
case he
strip
had any
attempt
valuables
by
in the truck.
CHP,
Yep.
knocking out multiple
So
wheels
the
on
suspect
this
paid back for the truck.
tractor
I doubt
trailer,
he has that,
eventually
that
causing
money for
sparks as the
restitution.
suspect driver continued
Oh.
to drive this thing and drive it eastbound. That caused this fire. Once the driver
Man, the
realized
fire
that,
department is lagging. Other
his truck
things
was
might
going
catch
up
on
in
fire,
flames,
bro.
he did the smart thing and pulled over and got out. Unfortunately, he did not give up at that point. Open me back up. Yeah. I think it's going to be a total loss. So they're waiting for the fire
Oh,
department.
you
to
just
come
realized it was gonna be a total loss,
here
huh?
while they get this thing put out.
Okay, they're there.
That might be closed for some time.
All right. Let's see what happened after. How stupid do you have to be to steal a big rig and think you're gonna outrun the police? Yeah, bro wasn't working with a lot of brain cells. That's obvious. He was out in less than 3 hours. Thank you, DA George Gascon, keeping our criminals safe and our cities dangerous. Yeah, Gascon is out now. Oh man. Okay, so I found this article about the owner. I don't know what happened to the guy. So let's read this article. Owner of stolen semi-truck that burst into flames during pursuit in Southern California left devastated, as anyone would. The owner of a stolen semi-truck that led officers on a pursuit before bursting into flames is devastated after being left without a job or a way to support his family. That's crazy, bro. See, I knew it. I knew that was his way of making a living, and you just took that from him. Eduardo Gerardo was driving from Los Angeles back to his home in Bakersfield when he decided to make a pit stop and fill up his truck at a gas station. It was at a gas station where he took that. The container his truck was carrying was empty at the time. Well, at least he had no goods. That's good. The only good thing. At the pit stop near the Bakersfield, he entered a Bakersfield. Bakersfield is a horrible man. Bakersfield is the hood, bro. It is really bad out there. He entered a restaurant where two men had been watching him. They saw that he had his truck turned away and not looking, so they took advantage and just did it. Two guys, what? A male suspect, Roberto Rivera, 25, Paisa-looking guy, quickly jumped into the truck's driver's seat and sped off on the southbound lanes of the 5 freeway. What about the other dude? He didn't do nothing. California Highway Patrol officers spotted the stolen truck in Santa Clarita around 11. And he refused to pull over. The pursuit began. There's the fire people. He led officers on hours-long pursuit through several freeways and counties before spike strips were thrown in the Claremont area, blew out the truck's front tires, leaving the vehicles on rims. Rivera hit speeds around 70. See, I thought, man, they were saying 50, 60. I knew he was going like at least 70, 75-ish. And at times, he was swerving dangerously from side to side on the roadway. Yep. Sparks continued to ignite underneath the trucks before he eventually pulled over near Rancho. That's when the big rig burst into flames. Rivera was seen hopping out the truck, running uphill. Yep. He jumped the fence, ran into the housing complex. Officers located him, and he was taken into custody. And the truck was fully engaged in flames. Okay, well, let's see what the owner said. Oh, wait. Eduardo still couldn't believe his truck was completely destroyed. It was just pure metal in the aftermath. Charred pieces of metal. The truck was his livelihood. He's left struggling to make ends meet. Of course, I'm looking for another job. I'm very stressed. Crazy. I think he was just in shock and disbelief. He still can't believe what happened. He doesn't know what he's feeling. Can't imagine it actually happened, even though it did happen. You always gotta lock your vehicle, bro. Always, bro. Never just leave. Like when you're filling gas, never just leave it unlocked. Always lock it. That's the moral of the story. There's a GoFundMe for him right here. Yep. And the suspect is only being held on $100,000 bail, which in California you will be paid 10%, so that's $10,000. I don't think he has $10,000, but man, he deserves a much harsher sentence if that's the case. I don't know what happened to the driver. Obviously, they probably did release him, but this was last year during Gascon. The laws are a little different this year. They wouldn't just release him now. But yeah, man, keep your vehicles locked, and especially in California where all this happens all the time, these pursuits. And yeah, stay safe out there. See you guys next time.